this is definitely a chaotic season. And when things are spiraling out of control, it can be hard to get your mind under control.
But the Bible and science both agree that this can help you in the midst of chaos.
Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Amanda. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist.
And I'm Andrew Scott, and we are the founders of Assembly Church in Northeast Atlanta. So what is this that Bible and science both agree on? Well, they both agree that a great way of dealing with chaos in your life is to get out and serve someone.
So serving may seem like a strange way to help calm the chaos, but if you stick around to the end, we'll talk about some benefits and it'll really help clear up why this will actually help bring some peace and calm into your life. So serving is so much fun. So we actually are a new church plant, and we've had the opportunity to recently serve our community. We have Convoy of Hope that we work with, and they have provided
boxes of groceries, about 22 pounds of food per box. It was given to us by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. And we have the opportunity to pick up these boxes and take them to some areas that honestly, most of those people are sort of living off of the charity of organizations providing them with food, because a lot of those people aren't working right now.
Absolutely. So we actually were really blessed to work with this amazing community, Los Vecinos, and they actually connected us with those communities because, again, we're a church plant, so we're new to the area. So it was such a blessing. And then we got to make new friends, we got to meet new people, and just love on the community. And it does so good for your soul to get out and just to bless other people and to be a blessing. It just brings so much happiness and joy just to be able to serve, because in this time, again, we've discussed it before, there's no shortage of needs out there. That everyone is in need of different things. There are so many unemployed. There's so many families that are needy of food, and it's just been a joy.
It really is. In fact, when God designed us, He designed us with two core missions. In Genesis 1:28, it says, "Be fruitful and multiply." Now, this passage is widely disputed, and most often it's mistranslated. When God says,
sound like fun and have lots of babies.
It does sound like have lots of babies and have fun. But it's not only about procreation. That definitely is a part of it. But when God says be fruitful, what He's actually saying is, I want you to create culture, I want you to create relationships, and I want you to tend them and make them good. In short, I want you to create relationships and serve one another. See, this is built into the very fabric of our being by our master craftsman. And nowhere is this more perfectly exemplified than in the life of Jesus. The Bible says in Matthew 20 that the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve. See, Jesus was only here for a very short amount of time, but if you really look at His lifetime, the vast majority of it was spent serving another person.
This is all of His stories. I mean, everything. Yeah, absolutely.
One of my favorite moments of the entire Bible is actually a time of great sadness in Jesus' life, is in Matthew 14. And to set the scene, Jesus has just found out from John the Baptist's disciples that John the Baptist has been beheaded, that he's died. And the Bible tells us that Jesus took His disciples and pulled away. And they got on the boat to get away from the people.
Which sounds very much like leaving the chaos. Trying to find calm in the chaos, for sure.
Yes, He needed that calmness. But in this moment, word got out that Jesus was in the area. And the Bible actually goes to a point to say that people came from towns all over and met Jesus at the edge of the water. And the Bible says that when Jesus saw the people, His heart took compassion on them and He began to heal their sick. See, Jesus knew that at that exact moment, even though He was terribly distraught, a way for Him to deal with that chaos was to bless others, to serve others. And He immediately began to care for those that had come from towns all over to see Him. And I love this part as well, because this is right before the miracle of the feeding the 5,000. And at the very beginning of that miracle, the disciples come to Jesus and they say, Jesus, what are we going to do with these people? It's time to send them home. It's time to eat. And a lot of people question whether or not the disciples had purely their interest in mind, or if it also was sort of a selfish thing. See, these disciples too were grieving the loss of John. They had been traveling all day, and now they've been serving the people under Jesus all day long. And so certainly they were tired, and they were hungry and things like that. But Jesus looks at them and He says, you go find them something to eat. See, Jesus knew that in that moment, the best possible thing that they could do was not retreat, but was to serve. So he said, you go find them something to eat. And then the result is we get to see a miraculous miracle of over 5,000 people that are recorded being fed. In reality, it was probably closer to 10 to 15,000 people that were recorded. And we really understand the gravity of how heavy this was, because immediately after this miracle of feeding these people, Jesus retreats. He goes up on a hill. He sends his disciples out and he says, you go over there, I'm going to go be with my Father. And then he really takes time to recharge. And you really get to see the weight that the death of John the Baptist really had on him. But Jesus knew that in that moment, the best possible thing that he could do in the midst of his chaos was serve somebody else.
So good. With Jesus dedicating most of his ministry and life to serving, it only makes sense that we would want that to be a characteristic of our life as well. Sure. And fabulously, there's also a lot of benefits. So we kind of mentioned earlier, it actually makes you happy. Like serving other people is also beneficial to you and brings joy and happiness in your life.
There's also a lot of health benefits. Statistics say that it can help you live longer. It improves pain management, lowers your blood pressure.
It helps you with purpose, satisfaction, and for this video specifically in calming the chaos, it helps reduce stress and mild depression, which is so cool.
It can also help you build relationships and improve your own self-confidence and self-esteem.
It's really contagious as well. And so when you see other people serving, it motivates you to want to serve. So when you're out serving, you are actually motivating others to serve as well. So we want to kind of hope this video motivates you to serve and want to kind of go through some ideas and possible ways that you can get involved. This can be as simple as just carrying someone's groceries. Yeah. It can be as easy as make a meal, bring someone. Right now with COVID going on, bringing people groceries is still very helpful and really well appreciated.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that are really afraid still to get out into a grocery store. Yeah. Another one that I really love is, as you probably heard of it, but it's called Pay It Forward. It was radio stations do this from time to time. It's where you pay for the person behind you's fast food. I don't know about you, but when I am in McDonald's too frequently, and I've got kids screaming at me.
For our little Happy Meals.
Yes.
Not that McDonald's isn't great, but
I love McDonald's. They've got really cool toys most of the time. But when you are at McDonald's, it's usually a last resort or the first resort, one or the other. But you're ready to get out of there as fast as possible through the drive-thru, and then you get to the end of the drive-thru, and someone says your meal's already been taken care of. Oh man, that feels so good.
But we're talking about how good it feels to do it.
Oh well, that's where it comes in. You feel so good, and it's like, wow, there are really nice people in this world. Yeah. I want to be one of those people too. Yes. And so you're like looking for an opportunity to go bless someone else. It's like, oh, you see that family? Let's take care of that family. Let's do that for them. That's definitely, something that you can do. Another simple, easy thing would be just pick up the phone and call someone.
Yeah, absolutely.
We all have friends and relatives that have not really been surrounded with care and love during this season because we've been so isolated, and a lot of them are scared. I've run into some people that literally have not left their house in the last 3 months, but maybe 3 or 4 times. Pick them up, and give them a call. That's something that would really go far.
It doesn't matter what season you are in. If when you're watching this, you're nowhere near COVID. True. Just calling people, loving on people, connecting out, it means so much. There's a lot of online opportunities for serving as well. One that our sweet parents did, they paid for our dinner and watched our children while we went out and had our 15-year anniversary. Yay for us. But that was such a blessing to us, and I hope it blessed them as well. But there's just a lot of different ways. There's a lot of places you can get involved, whether it's community organizations. Your local church often has a lot of ways that you can serve. And there's just a lot of creative ideas. We would love, if you have any creative ideas that you think others would also appreciate, please put them down below in the comments. We'd love to hear from you. So, to calm the chaos, get out and serve. Absolutely. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, ring the notification bell, and please share it with your friends. And as always, subscribe for more weekly influential encouragement and inspiration. See you in the next one. Bye. Bye.